Hello YouTube fans, here again, and I figure why not talk about this one. When it comes to video nasties, back in the golden days of 1981, that being Evil Speaks. Say it again, Evil Speaks. This is one of these horror films, like if you like horror films, like psychological, suspenseful, if you like horror movies, similar to like Carrie, you like this one. You definitely like this one because it's similar to Carrie. The only difference is the up with a dender. What do I mean by that? Instead of it being a chick, it's a die. Instead of it being a stool, it's in an army base. But I don't like this one. I like it. I think it's a good story. And it's interesting. And even though this was a video nasty back in the day, you could say it's very, very Hollywood like. It's definitely Hollywood. You got a lot of well known actors in it, and it's definitely what you would say an Hollywood film in the budget and so on. So this is what you call one of the glamorous video nasties. Like The Burning was a glamorous video nasty. This is similar the same. So it starts off, it's a young lad and he's in an army base. And you get the idea, he's a bit of a nerd. So he gets bullied, he gets picked on, he gets all that. And for anyone who thinks you've seen this actor before, think of the movie Tango and Cash. In Tango and Cash, where Sylvester Stallone's in prison and you've got this guy dangling this thing, and it's getting Sylvester Stallone's tits and he wraps it around his neck. That's the same actor. Think of another well-known horror movie called The Ice-Team Man. He's in that as a psychopath. And the funny thing was, I'm not a lover of the film. Dentist 2 is in that as well. He's very good at playing them sort of roles. In this, you've got the idea, he's not like a nerdy character. And because he's nerd there, all the other people pick on him. All the lads pick on him. Even the army sergeant picks on him. The jokes picks on him. And everybody picks on him in the film. All it is in the film is him getting picked on or getting bullied on in some way. So he gets bullied a lot in this film. Really does. They give him all the shitty jobs to do. They're finding excuses to push him about. They really do pick on this poor lad. As the film goes on, he meets this guy on the way. You got ideas like a chino. They make him chin up, and he gives him a fight on his computer. And it's kind of funny. This is before you had the internet, before you had YouTube, before you had broadband, before you had anything internet-wise. You could say this is sort of like the early internet, before the internet. You could say that this is the internet before the internet, because this lad finds this computer, what this guy advises him to do, and it's like the internet to Satan. That's how I see it. It's like the internet to Satan. That's why the movie's called Evilspeak. And I do remember when censorship come out and the video nasties were around and they was getting this, that, and took off the piece off the coffee, took off the piece. There's bits what they did him down in this film. There's a bit where the lad's writing down and it's got this stuff coming on. This is like, the old fucking technology computers. And there's a bit in it where it says something dirty. I can't remember what it says now, but it says something really, really filthy. And then I'm going to do trim it down because I felt it was a bit too much for the second time it was released on video. But when it first was released, it was all these words, said a few naughty dialogues, what it managed to show. And the funny thing is now you can get this on DVD. And the funny thing is now it's rated 15. It's back in its day, it was not. So it definitely shows the different era of censorship. So basically, he speaks to Satan. He's getting bullied. This lad gets bullied so much. He gets so many shitty jobs. And I've got to say one thing with Evilspeak. I've got to say one thing. It is a slow burn. It's one of them type of films. It's like this. But it engages you because all the way through the film, you feel for this lad. Yeah, he's a fucking nerd. I get it. but he does get picked on rotten. So all the way for the film, he speaks to Satan. It gives him these special powers, what allows him to kick ass, and he makes these wild pigs. And see where it attacks this poor woman. And then through the film, it's like I say, it's a slow burn, but it definitely picks up at the end. All these buddy friends, including one guy who's a baller, get locked into a church. And he's finding his powers. The only bit is you get a bit of music, right? You get a bit of music which kind of reminds me of the Omen, la 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 la. And honestly, that sort of chanting music you hear in, let's say, all the Omen films. That la 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 la. It's hard to explain, but you know what I mean. You see any of the Omen films, whether it's the original with Ted the Peck, whether it's Omen 2, whether it's Omen 3, or even the shitty remake, you get that sort of chanting sort of elitist sort of music. But it's like funny, he's fine in the air. Don't fuck around at that point in the blood and door. There's a bit where he's trapping the people. He's got this fucking big dock-off sword, slices people's heads in half, he slices his guy's head in half, blood spurting out everywhere. And then you've got the wild pigs, they're running about, you've got the idea they're ripping people to pieces, they're eating people. And then again, you've got heads getting cut off left, right, and centre. No fucking about. I love it. And the church is on fire. One lad crying. This wild pig comes out of nowhere and eats him. But the best bit, when a lad, you think that's it, the PE teacher gets his head beheaded. No fucking about. And then one lad thinks he's going to get away. He thinks he's going to get away. But then the one that tipped him the computer, he's sort of like this zombie, puts his hand in his ducts, rips his heart out, crushes his heart, brown bread. And then it ends like that, basically. It ends like that, and I don't like Evilspeak. It's like I say, it's similar to Carré, similar to them sort of films. And if anyone ever sees my board banner, what I got and designed, my YouTube video, one of them does actually have an iconic photo of the original poster of Evilspeaks. It actually has the original photo of Evilspeaks, where his original photo was, he has his hair all spiky like that. He's next to his old computer, and he got it in computer writing, Evilspeaks. But it's a good one. I mean, it's good if you're into that old school sort of horror films. It's pretty good if you're into them sort of supernatural sort of films. And it's very psychological. And it's definitely an old school type of horror film. Like I said, this is one of them horror movies where I would call it the deluxe horror film. And like I say, back in the day, it was a video nasty. It was took off the shelf. It had certain scenes trimmed down, but happy to say now over the years, thanks because of DVD, you can now get it. The only thing is now it's an hard one to find. If you can get it, you're a good one. You can find it on YouTube. Sad to say, certain YouTube channels have trimmed it down, but other channels out there, without saying anything, you can actually see it in its chat, totally uncut. But if you can get it on DVD, you don't want to break the law, you want to do it the legal way, I would recommend it. Evilspeak, it's a good one. It's definitely a classic. There's a good DVD out there where you've got the actors and you've got a bit of a biography of the film. And you've got a good biography. So it's definitely a good one to look for. So check it out from 1981. That's Evilspeak. Internet. The computer does not lie. I'll see you later.